Hi guys. So I put together this optional probability unit just in case you are looking for something to do to keep you busy. If you want to keep your math skills sharp, if your parents are like, goodness, there has to be something that you can do. Here's the thing. So I'm calling it just exploring probability, and it's an optional unit for grades 6 through 8. Watch the video link below. That's this video, so you're already there. So first, like we always do in a lesson, I'm going to go through the learning targets. And actually, there aren't any learning targets in related to probability for 6th grade. There are 4 learning targets related to probability for 7th. So you can take a second and read those yourself. Feel free to pause the video at any time if I am going too fast, or go back and take a second look at something if you need to. 8th grade, no learning targets related to probability again. Some of you who are 8th graders, like currently in the spring of 2020, might remember that we did a little bit of probability work at the end of the year last year, but we didn't get very far. It wasn't super organized, so this would be a good review for you. So what is probability? In our day-to-day language, we talk a lot about probability, although not necessarily using like mathy language. There's some examples here on this slide of things that we might say that are actually probability-related things. But really, the study of probability, like the mathy way of thinking about probability, is more like what's on this slide. Something that's likely to happen, how likely something is to happen. And we can assign a number to the likelihood that a thing will happen. The numbers are always between 0 and 1. If something has a 0 probability or a probability of 0, that means it will not happen. It's impossible. And if it has a probability of 1, that means it will definitely, absolutely happen. That's like a 100% chance of something happening. So you can imagine that having a probability of 0 or 1 is pretty rare. Usually it's something in between. And like you see here, you can talk about probability as a ratio, a percent, a fraction, a decimal. So in the real world, weather, here's an example of something that we use probability to talk about. And also all of these things. So like, how likely is it that someone will win a sporting event, that I will get hurt? Insurance companies use probability to determine your insurance rates. How likely is it that you're going to get in an automobile accident, or that you're going to get sick? What about when we're making predictions about who might win elections, or who might win races or sporting events? All kinds of like contests. That's all stuff that we use probability to talk about. So these next several slides, I'm just going to skip over kind of quickly for this video, but there are more videos that you will watch, one for each investigation that will give you more details about that exact investigation. So on each of these pages, you'll see there's a spot that tells you what the investigation is called. There's a table with a link that you can click that will give you like a worksheet to fill out. You can either make a copy of that worksheet and fill out your own online, or if you'd rather, you're welcome to just make one like on a piece of paper and just write down, like make a copy of the table on a piece of paper. There's a spin the spinner one, something called mystery bag, flip the cup, and then there's a wrap up video at the end. So you can see there's 5 activities here. You could do like one every day for this week. You could do them all at once. You could do them, I would recommend doing them in the order that they're given, because they do refer back to the previous ones. So start with investigation number 1, but like how quickly you progress through them is totally up to you. And if you have any questions as you're going along through the slideshow and through these activities, please make sure that you reach out. You can send me an email. We can arrange a hangout if you want to, and just have fun.